couple of these. Can make a bit of a bang. I'll close my eyes there. I'll try and go under brake. Hey guys, we've got Lily Fassan's wheel here. You've probably maybe watched this on the Nero show. A few other people like Peak Talk, etc. have spoken about open flange hub design. I just want to show you this. We're going to put up a picture now of me in 2012 with the same problem as this, not on one of my wheels, on a Shimano RS80. You'll see it in the picture in a sec. You can see the front of my head where it's absolutely been beaten in. The front of the helmet was smashed open. Luckily, it still protected me enough. See my shoulder. I came around. I effectively did a somersault and half, the boys said, landed on the front of my head and my shoulder and then rolled over. Did all my knuckles and my knees. So that was a similar thing to what happened with Lily. Lily just had a bike touch, lost a couple of spokes. When it starts to rotate, the opposing pressure is lost and it just starts spitting spokes out of the open flange hub design. So you can see here, hopefully that's in view, how this is done. I don't want to talk about any brands. I'm not trying to hassle anyone. There's a lot of companies that do this, a lot. And I obviously learnt the hard way back in 2012 of what not to do. It wasn't one of my wheels, but still it's avoidable. So I just want to show you what I've done, why I've done it. Anyone that's spoken to me for years, I've been crapping on about this. This is just another example, which has happened many, many times in between, but it's a more obvious one. So these are the Vonoa Carbon spokes. This problem mainly happens on carbon spoke design now. So a lot of steel spoke manufacturers worked this out a long time ago, that it was very problematic. Zip had their big famous recall about it, and lots of other companies. So the reason it was occurring on carbon spoke wheels more than steel is the heads are bigger. So to fit a head in, there's there's two left in here. I'll try to pull one out so you can see it. They're gonna come out. It's been bent in the process, so it won't come out now. But anyway, the heads are bigger than a steel spoke wheel. So effectively, you can't thread them in like a normal small headed spoke. The way around that is what I've done, which is a threaded design. So you can push these through a hole, and some carbon manufacturers do that, but the problem is the head is so big, trying to get it back out and service the wheel, if you ever did break a spoke or you needed to do something, replace anything on the wheel, you can't get them out of the hole without it hitting the opposing one. So you have to take the whole thing out in order, all of them, and then put them all back in order to replace one spoke. Whereas with a threaded spoke design, I'll get this one in here for you. Apologize, I've cut my thumb pretty badly the other day here. You can see it screwing in here, and now that holds the spoke. It also holds it in a very strong format. There's no loading straight through the back wanting to create a stress razor. It's shared across the 12 threads. It's quite a big flange. I could have gone lighter on this hub. I didn't. I don't want this to be a crazy lightweight hub. The wheel is already light enough. These are very strong. So then if you ever did break one of these, you can simply unscrew this and still get it out without having to slide it past the other spokes, which is what the main problem is that the design like this was trying to avoid, which is being able to remove a spoke easily and also lace it a lot easier. These are very quick wheel to lace. You just pop them in and then do it up. This obviously takes longer and has to be done by hand. Not much longer, probably 10, 15 minutes longer, but the serviceability and the strength of it is far superior. So this is the same spoke that Scope and a lot of the other big brands are all using. Yeah, it's an amazing spoke, and the threaded ends are now made from Sandvik stainless, not aluminium, which was the main problem in the original models of these a long time ago. I've been watching the production of this spoke for about 10 years in the factory, and yeah, they've come a long way, and it's really awesome, which is why I then did my own, the Sub 7, which is effectively sub 7 kilos. If you want to make a sub 7 kilo bike, this is your friend. Very nice light wheels. I've got them on the bike behind. But what we're going to do today is actually cut a few spokes out of my bike, and I'm going to ride it up this hill so you can see me riding a wheel with spokes missing that doesn't then do this because they're all captured. Maddie, could you bring the bike over? Thanks, mate. So we've got a wheel here that was involved in a crash recently. How many damaged spokes? We've marked them. There's a fair few, like half a dozen or more damaged spokes. It's amazing how well they've held up. They've hit another bike and you can see them fraying here. But carbon spokes have come a long way. Like years ago, that would have just destroyed the spokes. But they've all held up and they're all quite substantially damaged. First thing I did when I got it in, I got the tension meter out. You can see the nice German tension meters we've got here. I'll have to zero that out a bit. So effectively, you want to see how the spokes have held up. And we've already gone through this process and there was less than 10% variation on the damaged ones, which is pretty good. I mean, considering I can just peel bits of carbon off here, I'm not sure if you can see that there. So they've really held up quite well, all things considered. To give you a gauge of that, can I rub a rotor, Matty? I'm just going to hack into the wheel with a rotor to give you a gauge of what a carbon spoke can handle these days. So you can see how hard I'm hitting that. I'm really going for it. I'll try and go under brake. In case you're wondering whether I was actually hitting that, yeah, I'm hitting that. So what I'm going to do now is cut a couple of these and ride this wheel up the hill. Maddie's going to follow me up so you can see the wheel in motion. It's trying to visually give you the idea of a normal wheel like Lily's one before. If it did a rotation, the opposing pressure would eject the spoke out of the hub shell because there's nothing loading it. Whereas these are screwed into the hub shell, hence they don't come out. So I'll just cut a couple of these. Can make a bit of a bang. I'll close my eyes there. There we go. Cut another one here. There we are. So you can see we've got two broken spokes here. Now, I am 197 centimeters tall, 95 kilos. So yeah, I'm bigger than your average rider. I'm gonna go up the hill. I'll just put my helmet on. Yeah, cool. So have a look from the side view and yeah, we'll try and get a nice slow shot of it so you can see it. So we've got the wheel here with a couple of broken spokes in it, as you can see. That's my hand there where I was hitting it before. It's actually really sore. I went to town on that. So they can handle that, which is why we only have this bit of damage here from the bike strike in the crash where some of the outer fibers were coming off. I'm trying to pick off some carbon here. You can sort of see that hopefully there where the carbon's just coming off the top. Anyway, let's ride it up the hill. So Matty, you just walk beside me. Try to get a bit in front and I'll try and get out of the saddle and give it a little bit for you. So just get down lower, have a look. So I'm 95 kilo, I'm gonna stand up out of the saddle now and give it a bit. So there we are. Nothing has come out. All the spokes are still in the hub shell. You can get home. You're hopefully not gonna eat crap like I did. Put up that picture again, Maddie, just so they can see, because an open flange hub failure is a pretty painful thing. So hopefully, yeah, can avoid those for you. And that's why we do what we do. Cheers, guys.